Hey guys, before I start this episode of the Wednesday Awakens, I do want to give a time for today on this day in history where we had the terrorist attacks, not just in where it shook America, not just for America, and it caused sporting events to be canceled of baseball, basketball, and football. It caused a race in NASCAR to be placed after a championship race at Homestead, in which of course, the terrorist attacks took place in New York City, with the World Trade Center being destroyed, and at Pennsylvania, and of course, at the Pentagon at Washington, D.C. Which of course, it's been 18 years since that horrendous tragedy had happened. And let's all give a moment's silence as we remember the victims of 9/11. Thank you, everyone. And here it is. The episode of the Wednesday Awakens. I do want to say that this is not a cold open. This is not usually me in a hilarious form. This is the 18 years of the horrendous tragedy. And of course, this is a serious time. And now here it is, everyone. The episode of The Wednesday Awakens. Have you ever thought about starting your own podcast? When I was trying to get to this podcast off the ground, I had so many questions. How do I record an episode? Where do I find my background music? How do I get my show on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, and all the other places people like to listen? Where do I find the advertisers? The answer to every one of these questions is really simple. Anchor. Anchor is a one-stop shop for recording, hosting, and distributing and monetizing your podcast. And best of all, it's 100% free and 100% ridiculously easy to use. So, if you want to start a podcast, go to anchor.fm/start to join me and the diverse community of podcasters already using Anchor. That's anchor.fm/start. I can't wait to hear your podcast. Alright, before, I apologize if I didn't use my daily intro, because today is the episode. This episode of the Wednesday Awakens, sorry for the fourth wall breaking, is of course that's September 11th, which is of course the day we remember. So yeah, we're gonna get to this episode already. Start off with The Mandalorian. And we already have the origin for of course, of The Mandalorian, but of course the subplot will be, of course, have an origin of the First Order. Now, a lot of people are not very happy about it because it goes how Disney handled its Star Wars, and I understand that, but this one, I'm just gonna let it slide because I'm not gonna jump to conclusions. Because I do not want to jump to conclusion. No? Because, after all, this is primarily the end of the Empire and the beginning of the First Order. And that's what I've been thinking. But, like I say, I mean, a lot of people, I can understand, are not very happy with that because it's the First Order and people do not like the sequel trilogy. But like I say, I for one don't like to jump to conclusions on that because I'm just doing this, I'm just telling you, everyone. I do not like to jump to conclusions on that because, I'm gonna watch, but everyone, let's try not to jump to conclusion. But I'm just saying that for your, I'm not saying that, that you shouldn't jump to conclusion. No, I'm not saying you should give the First Origin a chance. I'm saying let's just not jump to conclusions. We gotta watch before deciding if that plot was really bad. Like I say, everyone, I do not like to jump to conclusions. And speaking of The Mandalorian, we already had Ming-Na Wen joining the cast. And we got the other one. Well, we already have Ming-Na Wen down there. And there's been rumors that, of course, well, there is a speculation that, of course, we got another actress joining The Mandalorian. Of course, we are gonna get, of course, Julia Jones, who is famous for the Twilight Saga. Wait. What? What? Another Twilight actor? And I thought Robert Pattinson joining as Batman was bad. But this one is just... It's just the worst. We got a Twilight actor, but like I say, I do not keep up with that. I just keep up with the Hunger Games. I just plan to do a critic reviewing the films based on novels. But although that'll be some other time. But although we do have my clone, Mr. 46, Swing Mount Amateur, before I get to him, we have a symbol. A new symbol of the Sith. Now I'm going to get to that right now. Yeah, from the Geeks and Gamers Twitter, is this the new Sith symbol used in canon? It would replace the one used in Legends. Rumors are that Sith will play a part in Rise of Skywalker. Thoughts? Now, yes, I do want to give my thoughts on this symbol. Now, everyone, I'm not criticizing it, nor am I praising it, but that kind of reminds me of a pterodon from Jurassic Park 3. As pictured are Geeks able to see the Sith Trooper and Darth Malgus. And in the front is the new Sith symbol. Well, possibly a new Sith symbol. But yeah, but this is my thoughts. It kind of looks like the pterodon from Jurassic Park 3. It's right here. It's the crest. And the bottom might be the beak. And the one that kind of reminds me, the eyes from the bridge. For the bridge scene of the bird cage. When they're in a bird cage. At Isla Sorna. And that's where Eric Kirby encountered a pterodon. And that kind of reminds me of that from that scene from Jurassic Park 3. To be honest. Now, with that, I'm just saying. That's my thoughts on the new Sith symbol. That's what I'm saying. Well, if that's going to be replacing, although, that kind of reminds me of a pterodactyl. Again, I'm not praising it. And also, again, I'm not criticizing it. Kind of resembles it in my head. But, now, my clone is here and he is ready to talk about some video games. Even the one that's coming to the Switch. Hey guys, Mr. First Experiment Amateur here. And yes, this is the Wednesday Wicked, so I'm here to talk about video games. So yeah, we got the mobile. So yeah, we got the mobile Star Wars game. Which is, of course, the Lego Star Wars battles, where we, of course, have space battles or ground battles. And yeah, and I can't wait to talk about this, you know? As it's Legos, of course. But I just want to get that out of the way. So, we got a very, very important thing to talk about. It's Jedi Academy 2, Jedi Outcast, where we see, well, I played it. I played the first Jedi Academy, and I enjoyed that on the Xbox One, but I don't think they do it backwards compatibility anymore, but I hope that they do. I hope they get the remaining Jedi library. Sorry, Star Wars library. The Clone Wars, that one, this one, and of course, Revenge of the Sith video game. Yeah. And of course, oh wait, I don't think they had Star Wars. I don't think they have a Star Wars Starfighter in for the Xbox. For the OG Xbox. For the OGC Xbox. But yeah, in this game, Jedi Academy 2, a Jedi Outcast. I'm just gonna call it Jedi Outcast, where you get to play as Kyle Katarn, who was an Imperial who was, of course, an Imperial officer. And then defected to the rebellion. And then became a Jedi. Trained under Luke. And then... And yes, and for the voice of Kyle Katarn is none other than Jeff Glenn Bennett. For you guys who know him from several Cartoon Network projects as Dexter's dad from Dexter's Lab. He was in the Powerpuff Girls, and he was on Codename Kids Next Door. And he was also in some Disney projects. And yes, he was also in some Nickelodeon projects. But he is also famously known for the title character from Cartoon Network's Johnny Bravo. And yeah, this is where Kyle Katarn looks for the former student who betrayed him. So yeah, and it's gonna come out September 24th, as announced from Nintendo Direct. And I can't wait to play this on the Switch. And then I'm gonna get Jedi Fallen Order for the PlayStation 4. Alright guys, that's gonna do about it for me. I will see you guys next time. And until then, from me, it's game over. Alright guys, before I'm gonna officially close out the episode, there's one more I wanna do. It's another read-along. For Jedi Fallen Order, Dark Temple, which follows Seer and her master. And as we get to planet Ontotho, where we see stormtroopers and a TIE interceptor flying by. And then, of course, the Empire are opening fire and landing on the planet of Ontotho, which is right now a battleground. We see none other than... You have located the field, Commander? Yes, Inquisitor. And we see none other than the second sister, who is going to be the main antagonist of Jedi Fallen Order. Let's go. And then there were fires and firing. And the second sister approaching, and she asked the stormtrooper this: what is the current status of your mission? And the shock trooper replied to her answer with that certain question: who the hell are you? And she replied with his question: I am the person does not ask for things twice, Commander Atty. And that was Commander Atty. And then he just said this, of course: your planet has been pacified, but for some reason, there's one last pocket of resistance in this region. Nothing we can't handle, ma'am. You will refer to me as Inquisitor. And if you could handle it, Commander, I wouldn't be here. I think she gave him a force choke. I heard the rumors of an unusual foe. Yet your reports make no mention of that. Why is that, Commander Addy?
We had a trooper who claimed he saw something, but he was killed days back. Now the story has taken a life of its own, Inquisitor.
As Commander Addy's at the ground, and yet the second sister is, of course, really intimidating him, along with the Purge Troopers. With the Purge Troopers. What did he claim to see?
It's a river, nothing more.
You are testing me, Commander.
He thought he saw a lightsaber, Inquisitor.
And then I don't know who's that.
Tell your men to cease fire. I wish to meet our enemy.
And then she made a rush, and the Purge Troopers followed her. And wow, she got her lightsaber out, and it's not just any lightsaber. It's not just any lightsaber, it's, of course, the Inquisitor-style lightsaber. Spread out and return fire. I want one alive. And the Purge Troopers are firing also. And yes, they are firing at, of course, I think it must be the rebellion, or of course, well, man, but we're gonna find out which one is the one that the second sister was talking about. But first, they've stopped. Shall we look for survivors? No, I think they're coming to us. But we get to the mini-series of Dark Temple, Chapter 1 of 5, A Planet Divided. The Jedi Knights are gone and forgotten, destroyed by their ancient enemy, the Sith. After a long civil war engineered to bring about their downfall in the new age, the Age of the Empire. But not long before, the Jedis were the guardians of peace and justice in the galaxy. Loyal to the Republic for more than powers of the Force, the Order that spare its wise and powerful warriors to settle dispute, seek knowledge, and keeps peoples of countless star systems safe. As the bond of one Jedi team, a master and an apprentice, is about to be tested like never before. Well, I got Master and Apprentice, and I know how that went, and I'm enjoying that book. But the comic, I'm gonna be real honest. I'm gonna give it a read, a wrong. And we are Planet Namel, or Nemil, years earlier. And one says, leave us alone. We did nothing. And then, everyone, relax, please. And then we see a Trandoshan speaking an alien language. And then, we just want to be left alone. We can have a peaceful discussion if you all just calm down. And yes, this must be the apprentice. I said, calm down. And this says she used the Force on the Tradoshans and the monks. Now it's Seer Junda. And we see her master. There said, please, excuse Seer Junda here. My Padawan is too impulsive at times. No need to show up, Seer. We just want to make sure things don't hesitate. That's what I was doing. Now, the fun begins. We will speak with both parties to find out what's going on from their perspective. We already know what's going on, Master Cordova. Perhaps. But it's not often that one across actual Dupai monks. The last recorded encounters with the Dupai was over. And Seer interrupted with, Master, this isn't one of your studies. We are on a peacekeeping mission, remember? Or maybe it's both. Do you think a deeper knowledge of each other's culture will get in the way of peace? And Seer, whatever your first instinct is, ignore it. Try to keep things calm here while I talk to the Dupai. If you just wait patiently, we'll get your explanation of why you attack a group of peaceful monks. What did he just say? Well, I don't know what he just said, but I think that is just because I don't speak Trandoshan. In English, please. My role is to translate on my master's behalf. But I'm afraid my programming does not allow to repeat that, Padawan Junda. Suffice to say, he does not feel that Warlord Ferrix should be obeying the orders of someone so young. Well, that's just great. And Trandoshans are... That's enough! I am going to get blamed if you all start fighting. Padawan Junda. He said it again. Back away from one another. And they are keeping arguing. And the fight breaks down. Why do I feel like no one is listening to me? And she gave the Trandoshan a spear. Well, not a Roman Reigns style, but a Goldberg style. I'm sorry to do this, but I can't have things turning violent. And then he said... And then they were tired. They look angrier. What's the problem now? And then her droid talked. Told her, you intervene in a challenge to Warlord Fork's authority. I'm guessing that's a bad thing? Oh, yes. Very. And Trandoshan are angry? Well, I'm glad I was able to get to you all back on the same side again. Even if it's against me. And they begin to attack. I must remember my things. And she slipped in the water. And again, I ask you to remain calm. We are not here to fight. Or not. And they begin to charge. And of course, it seems Trandoshan slow down as they get older. Maybe being young has its advantages. If you're going to use blasters, I get to use my lightsaber. And, of course, she uses her lightsaber to attack the Trandoshans. How's it gonna end up? I guess we're done trying to have a good old-fashioned brawl, huh? I don't want to hurt any of you. And then here comes Master Cordova. Hey, excellent news. The Dupai monks have admitted to stealing the tradition tribes credits and are
So, these guys were right? And they were dead. Oh, dear. Oh, no. Oh, no, they weren't dead. They were just... Is that my apologies for my part of that escalation, Warlord Ferks. It was not my intention to provoke you or your tribe. Then talking, the Warlord is... I don't need to know what he said. It was a mistake. Of course. Now we go back to Coruscant with the Jedi Council with, of course, Yoda, and of course, Mace Windu. And then we see Yoda say, listening to Seer explaining, the Trogdosians were not wrong, and I was too quick to judgment in this instance. But they still acted aggressively, and I moved to defend myself against their greatest number, as I was trained to do. And then we see Yoda explaining it. Simply asking about your trip back there, Master Windu was. But an interesting point Padawan Junda raises. Provoked she was. I was. And believe we do. That is something that should happen to a Jedi. No, but... being provoked into the battle goes hand in hand with speaking out of turn, perhaps. Agree, would you, Master Cordova? My Padawan is impulsive and very quick to follow her instincts, especially when it comes to judgment of character. Master. But I respectfully offer, perhaps, the Jedi Council has forgotten that many ancient Jedi texts implies our instincts and judgment are often ways in which the Force speaks to us before are truly trained or listen to it, or after we grown deaf of it. Respectfully. Am I to be cast out of the order, Masters? And Mace Windu just told Seer, no, young Padawan, while Master Cordova here respectfully remind us that sometimes it may be good to make rash decisions. The Jedi Council takes a more measured approach. And with the monks stealing credits from Trogdosians who we're trying to buy outlawed weapons from them, we are willing to call the entire situation complicated. We want to discuss your next assignment. The planet Ontotho has newly joined the Republic, opening up trade opportunities that were previously off limits. The Ontothon government has entered in an agreement with the Dawn Corporation to begin exploration at a recent uncovered temple. A Jedi temple? No, we believe it to be Onthon in origin. The local constabulary requested a Republic presence. A division of the troops has arrived yesterday, but the evacuations caused by collapsing star in the bunker system
has waylaid them. Master Cordova, with your interest in artifacts and ancient cultures, we couldn't think of a better choice to say. Hopefully, refrain from hitting anyone your impulsive Padawan has. She will hopefully... Thank you, masters. I thought you were going to be punished. This assignment is my punishment. And we get to Ontotho Spaceport with 3 days later. And we see that planet. Hold on. You must be the envoys from the Republic. We were expecting more of you a few days ago. And we were not expecting Jedi Knights. There was a change of plans. Can you perhaps point us toward our contact? Representatives of the Dog Corporation were to meet us here. All have to do I'm Delanto Da, founder of the company. Welcome to Ontotho. Wonderful, isn't it? The snow is fantastic. It's fascinating. It's so beautiful. And we see, of course, Seer enjoying the snow. He's like, yes, the temperate gas in the atmosphere has a very high freezing point, but most of the time, the ground is slightly warm. So, it snows without ever getting cold. But when it hits back the ground, it turns back into gas, hence the fog. It's also highly poisonous to consume too much of it. And we see her reacted to it in the snow, and she spit out. Blah, blah, patoy, blah, 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 blah. I ought to get some help for your luggage. And we'll be on our way. He brought nothing. Ah, like travelers. I like that. You have quite good timing. We were just about to send a group into a flare region where the temple is, perhaps. You like to join them? Get a lay of the land? This is what we travel in? Is the heavy armor is a bit excessive for an excavation, no? Oh no, we're not excavating. That is never our intent. I simply want to explore and catalog the temple. I'm a student of Asian culture, but for now, we simply gonna talk. A bit too excessive a talk too, no? The temple in this flare, where we do not, as of yet, have an agreement. All the regions of Ontotho agreed to unify the planetary government in the order to join the Republic. All regions except Flare, of Phylar, the deal went forward, but the Phylari are their own nation, and they are an interesting one. So, this temple is theirs? One does not own history, Jedi Master, but it is their country, yes. And they allow you to come study? They allow us to come speak to them about studying it.
And you hope to show up with the might of the Republic behind you and you spoke with them? No, I just want the Republic to see how difficult the Phylari can be for posterity. But you should be on your way. The Phylari ambassador is waiting. You're not coming? No, I think they're quite sick of me at this point. My best people are going to be on my behalf and you, as they're going to travel on Phylar. We hear Seer talking to Cordova saying, "Are you having fun now, Master?" That brings shown as a force in some sort of negotiation. Certainly not what the council had in mind of us there. Oh, we aren't trying to force anything. Very few cultures of the view of foreign knights and armored vehicles as a welcome sight. But hopefully, if all goes well, the Phylari will allow us to explore the temple and will teach us about their culture. But then there was a boom of the noise. It's serious. What was that? I'm sure it was nothing. No need to worry. And then bang, 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 bang. And then he's like, and then the driver's like, "It's an ambush! Hang on!" Let me know when I should worry. Let's go find out who was angry with us. And then Pastor's like, "Wait! These are armored vehicles. We're safe in here." But then she got out. And Cordova replied with this: "She does this. I guess I should follow her. Stay here." And then she was running. Say, there was a commotion ahead of the blaster fire. And a struggle. But now I can't sense anything. Yes, something clouds our connection to the force here. Fascinating. But reach out against here. Opening yourself to something larger. It isn't. I don't sense nothing. I sense everything. I do it as well. It is not an upset of the force that makes it hard to sense things. It has presence. It overwhelms here for some reason. It is in a desert. We are in the floor of. It is an ocean. But it means we can't access it the way we need. Our attackers, how can we find them if we are blind out? Careful, sir. Don't rely solely on the force. You are smart and insightful. Use all your gifts. Yes, Master Cordova. And then he used the force. Well, I'm going to skip what he said. Well, but for that, we showed the way we went. And then she's like, on it. But that's not me. We should run off after them too. Now, which way? Look for trails here. Then she used the force on the water. And they see a corpse of, wait a minute, the corpse, wait. Is that Anakin Skywalker? Wait, that kind of looks like Anakin Skywalker from the Clone Wars. She's not with them. So what do we do? Hello? Who's out there? I am Sir Junda, Jedi. Hello? Sir? Hello? Sir? We should return to the transports. Master, I was following a voice. Seems that I got lost somehow. The forest has more of it than we understand, sir. There are people in there. I could hear them, and I found a body. And so, you aren't to run off like that. Now the mission is here with this convoy. And then there was an explosion. Master Cordova? No! And then she got hit by, I hope you're right about her. And thus, that's the end of the story. But, however, this is, of course, maybe the end of the story. But, this is to be continued. But, this is the end of the story. But this is the end of the episode. Yeah, like I say, everyone, that's going to do about it for me for the Wednesday Awakens. My thoughts on the Dark Temple? Well, hey man, it's an okay start, to be honest, Because although too early to be excited for that, like I say, it's an okay start. But we're gonna have to wait to see what happens, see who attacked Sir Junda, and of course I don't know what happened to Cordova. What happened to Master Cordova? But we are getting ready. We are getting ready for it. And that's going to be about it, everyone. I will see you guys next time. And as always, may the Force be with you.